Greetings, I am Kshitij Khanka from team \n, and here is the problem statement for which we have built a working solution which is deployed and is accessible for testing. So the problem we are tackling is AI-based timetable generation. So a lot of times what happens is timetables which has been created gets clashed between the classrooms or resources or human resources, means physical rooms or human resources. There is clash between those. So we have built a platform which will not let you make those conflicts. So where did this came from? So we did our market research and we found out there are various timetable creators available online, but the problem was every solution of that was only a glorified UI wrapper over a simple table. And the problem with that is if you want to create a replica of an institute which has multiple divisions, which has multiple timings, which have multiple classes, which has multiple subjects going together, and teachers being allocated within multiple subjects, that becomes a pain point which those online timetable creators cannot solve, because it only lets you create one timetable at a time. So how come we tackle this? So we have deployed our solution on timetable-genius.versal.app. So here we have first implemented a login page. So a university can issue can create have their institute ID and their credentials. We have implemented view-based role-based access control. So admin gets access to structures and everything else, whereas compared to editor only gets access to create timetables or modify them, and a viewer only gets access to view those timetables. So for an example, a director of an institute could be an admin who will ensure that the structure is followed correctly, and teacher who is in charge of creating timetables can be an editor, and other teachers or students can be viewers who can view timetable. So we'll sign in. So this is completely a web-based application. The hosting is done via Versal, and the authentication page that you just saw, or the database where everything is being stored, is hosted by Supabase. So we ensured that the project is completely deployable for the end user, and that too free of cost. So this will always be free for anyone who will use. We can also deploy this on their private structure. So let's go through the timetable web app. So here we are greeted with a dashboard. Here you can see an overall summary, what has been created and what all data we have. When you first come into our Timetable Genius application, you'll go into structure and you'll create a digital replica of your structure. So what you'll do is you'll add a stream. For suppose we have your test stream, I can add here one more stream, which could be test again. You'll add the name XYZ, and you'll add number of semester it has, and then you can also add the stream. So we'll just give you an example. So we'll give BCA, and semester it has is 6, and we'll add this stream. So this stream has been added, and all the changes are directly propagated to database. So every change will stay there even after a refresh. So I'll just refresh the page to show you the demo. So you can see this is being stored here, and we'll go to divisions. Then we can create divisions. So we can see division semester wise. So we have created division semester wise because we have observed that from third semester onwards, there are multiple specialization division that are been created. So similarly, we have here in testing, we have division A, B, C, D, E in CSE semester 5th, and we can create another semester here. another division here. So we'll create it in BCA, the A semester, let's say 5, and students train 60. So we'll create this, and you can see it is being added here. And then we can create roles, suppose director, teachers, TA, etc., etc. Then we'll go to data management. Here we'll add subjects. So we'll add subject code, subject name, stream. It can be a part of multiple streams because for an example, a subject like AIML can be a part of multiple streams like BTech, CSE and BCA. So we'll select streams it is part of, and then we'll select which semester this subject comes, and then we'll give the LTPC count, which was in the problem statement. So we'll assign number of lectures, tutorials, practicals this subject has every week for a division. Then we'll come to teachers, we'll add teachers, we'll add their email, name, specialization, role they have. Then we can attach them subjects here. Then we can give them maximum workload that can be assigned to them. And this would be global throughout the project. So supposedly a teacher named Sanjay Bade is being assigned a lecture in BTech CSE Cloud Computing, and is also assigned a lecture in AIML. So it will calculate the total workload, and that is the maximum workload. Then it will calculate if it is allowed, can we assign more lectures to him. So then we'll come to rooms. You can give your room number, type of the room, laboratory or classroom, and then the capacity. So if this feels a lot, we have implemented a function of import. So you can directly import your existing structure onto our application, and it is ready to go. Then we'll come to our timetable editor. We'll select the stream. We'll select the semester we want to create for, and we'll select the division, and then we'll go create timetable. So as you can see, there is already an existing timetable here. So what I'll do, we'll create a timetable, and basically we have kept the timetables UI very intuitive. So you can directly drag and drop the subject. Then it will only show you the teacher who is assigned for the subject. So you can see only Anju Chaurasia ma'am is being shown. Then you can select whether it is a lecture, tutorial or a lab, and you'll select which room it is available. Now, most important part is we don't allow the teacher or the room to get conflict. So what will happen if Anju Chaurasia ma'am has a lecture elsewhere, and I am trying to assign her here in the same time slot, then it will show me not available. And similarly with the room, it won't show me the room which is already being occupied in this time slot. That's why we avoid the collision. So I'll just give you an example. So as we can see, this time slot of is assigned to Anju Chaurasia ma'am in division A and room number 306. So what I'll do is I'll save this timetable, and we'll try to assign Anju Chaurasia ma'am to another division during the same slot. So we'll go to timetable editor, we'll select the stream, we'll select semester, and we'll go to division, let's say B, and then we'll do what? We'll do this, and we'll try to assign her here. So as you can see, she was assigned somewhere else, so it is showing not available. And it will show you all the teachers which are related to the subject. For now there is not enough data, so it's not showing much. And then also you can see that room 306 is not being showed here. So this is how we will completely eliminate the conflicts, and you can be sure that the final output that you get doesn't have any overlapping between rooms or teachers. And what is the feature we are working on here is a one-click AI based timetable generation. So we tried to solve this using AI also. We gave the AI all the data, but it was unable to give us a conflict-free timetable. So basically the context length of an AI, or the token maximum token which it could we could fetch it, give it, is lot less compared to the data we have, and that's why we are unable to generate the whole timetable in a one go. So what we'll do is we'll implement a generate with AI button here, and when you click the button, it will only assign the subjects over here, not the faculty, not the room, and then you are being able, you are given an option to just click and change the teacher as per the availability and room. So in that way, we'll ensure that the timetable which is given in final output has no conflicts whatsoever. So this is how we're gonna implement AI while creating timetable. Now let's come to view timetables, which is the final part. So here you can see that we can view timetable as per division, teacher or room. And the best part of this application is that you don't have to create teachers or rooms timetable individually. It is directly being fetched from database and a timetable is created for you. For example, a teacher might want to see a director might want to see a timetable of a particular division, so he'll just go and he'll select division and he can just view the timetable. And we have implemented color coded timetable so that it is easier to read, it is easier to find, and you can directly export it to PDF. So as you can see, it is being exported to PDF. The timetable is being exported to PDF, and you can also export it to Excel. So we need to just format this Excel sheet a bit, and if I'll just expand the slots. So you can see that it is being showed which what is being assigned into a perfectly fine timetable. Maybe because I'm using an open source tool, that's why it is not showing it perfectly, but it works wonders in Excel. Now, if a teacher wants to see their personal timetable, what she can do is, I'll just refresh this, and we'll go under teachers, and he'll select his name. He can also filter by the subject. So let's say this. So if nothing was selected here, then you can directly change the time. You can directly filter out which teacher you want. So let's say we want to see for Pratik sir, and we'll do view teacher schedule. And you can see Pratik sir has been assigned these time slot for lectures. You can also export their personal timetable. Then we'll come to room timetable. So if a club or a society wants to see, or a teacher wants to see that whether the classroom is being used efficiently, so he can just go here and view the room schedule, and he can see all the lectures being assigned here in the particular room. We can also check for labs. So you can see that lab is being assigned here. Now, what is the one of the best thing, one of the feature that will implement is a chatbot right here. So what a teacher can do, instead of going and finding their name in the list of teachers or room or some other teacher's name, they can directly ask. Suppose a teacher A wants to know when the teacher B is available, so he can ask that when is teacher B available on Monday, and it will reply, it will go through the schedule and it will reply accordingly. That will actually reduce the searching and finding part by a lot. So this was our application, this was our web application. It is completely free to use for now, for testing, and you can directly access it at timetable-genius.versal.app. And that's it from my side. Thank you for listening.